Hello and welcome to the in-depth series section of Drishti IAS. I'm Aisha, and in today's episode we will be talking about the Sonam Wangchuk and why is he marching from Ladakh to Delhi, and why is the demand for 6th schedule for Ladakh has been raised again, and why this march from Ladakh to Delhi is in news, and what is Article 244 and everything associated with this topic. So the basic point is that since the time Article 370 has been taken down in the year 2019, so there is this protest which is going on in the Union Territory of Ladakh that Schedule 6 must come in, and the people of Ladakh are demanding autonomy. So let us talk about it. First of all, let us look at the timelines. First, we'll be looking at the news, then what are the reasons for the march which the Sonam Wangchuk is taking along with other people from Ladakh to Delhi. Then about 5th schedule and 6th schedule, and in the end prelims MCQ. Topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 2, that is polity section. Before moving forward, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. The news talks about why Sonam Wangchuk and protesters from Ladakh are marching towards Delhi. What special status is Ladakh seeking? So the basic idea is about Sonam Wangchuk. So Sonam Wangchuk is a well-known personality, and he has even won the coveted Raman Magsaysay Award and is known for its innovative and unique entrepreneurship skill and also the work that he does for the society. So he is taking out a march along with people. He has started to travel from Ladakh and was reaching or coming to Delhi, but he was detained. And now the topic or the special demand that the people of Ladakh is seeking is about the 6th schedule, inclusion of Ladakh in the 6th schedule. Drishti IAS has come up with a IAS GS foundation course for both prelims and mains in an offline mode, and this is in English medium. So in Prayagraj, the course is starting from 3rd of October. Timing is 11:30 AM. Then Jaipur is 7th October 5:30 PM, Lucknow is 16th October 8 AM, and Karol Bagh, Delhi is 17th October 8 AM. For any query, if you have any query in your mind, give us a call at 8010-440-440. Let us begin. So the Ladakh based activist Sonam Wangchuk along with other around 100 persons, or you can say protesters, was detained on the northern border of Delhi, and this has happened during the time of September 30th. And the reason that has been given is that the notification from the Delhi Police Commissioner has imposed a section 144 like situation, and this has been posted on the Sonam Wangchuk X account, that more than 5 people cannot gather publicly between September 30 and October 6, because the Gandhi Jayanti on 2nd of October comes in between of this. So more than 5 people cannot gather publicly. But this gathering was a peaceful gathering that has been said by Sonam Wangchuk. It was a peaceful gathering, it was a peaceful protest, but still he was detained with other protesters at the northern border of Delhi. Now if we talk about the Ladakh, so earlier Jammu and Kashmir was a state, but as Article 370 was struck down, so Jammu and Kashmir became a union territory and Ladakh also became a union territory. And Ladakh is a place which is very huge when it comes to the size. So you will look at this map, then this is Jammu and Kashmir and this bigger area is of Ladakh. You can say Leh Ladakh, so this area. Now the people of Ladakh, since the time Article 370 has been struck down, they are asking for inclusion of Ladakh in Schedule 6. Now what are the reasons for people protesting there? So few of the reasons that has been told or that has been given forward by the people are, first is support of Ladakh's statehood. So they want the statehood to come back. Then autonomy to the region. Now this is one of the biggest point, that autonomy to the region, so that the people of Ladakh or the local population or the native population of Ladakh can actually benefit from it, and the tribal population also which is resident of that place can also benefit from it. So they need more autonomy. Then extension to the 6th schedule. So Ladakh must come under 6th schedule. Then early recruitment process along with a public service commission for Ladakh. So they want that jobs must be created in Ladakh and the people of Ladakh or the resident population of Ladakh should get those jobs. Then separate Lok Sabha seats for Leh and Kargil districts. As recently the state assembly election has taken place, or you can say that the polling for the state assembly election has taken place in Jammu and Kashmir, and people came out and voted in good numbers also. So the separate Lok Sabha seats is what the people of Ladakh are demanding for Leh and Kargil districts. Now the major point which the people of Ladakh are demanding is that the inclusion of Ladakh should be done under 6th schedule. And now what makes this 6th schedule so special that the people are demanding, and why do they think that if Ladakh would be included in the 6th schedule, then the autonomy of the region will increase? Now let us see. So if we talk about the 6th schedule, then 6th schedule comes under article 244 of the Indian Constitution. So basically 244 article is associated with the 6th schedule. Then it talks about, or it includes the tribal areas in 4 states, and these 4 states are of northeastern states, and that is Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Tripura. So under 6th schedule, tribal areas are included under 6th schedule, or you can say tribal areas are included under article 244, and this is associated with 4 northeastern state, and that is Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Tripura. And as of now in India, there are 10 such tribal areas at present in Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Tripura. So 10 such areas are present. Then it also provides for the formation of autonomous administrative regions called Autonomous District Council. Now what happens is, now imagine there is a state. Now this is a state. Within the state, a autonomous administrative region will be there. Autonomous administrative region, as the name itself is telling, that this region will be for the tribal areas. These tribal areas will have these autonomous administrative regions, as the word itself is telling that these regions will be autonomous in their nature. It means they will be able to make laws for themselves, and they will have the authority to make laws and also to take decisions on their own. And that is why it becomes important. Autonomous Administrative Council, autonomously that region will be administered by that council. And within the Autonomous Administrative Council comes the Autonomous District Council. Now this is Autonomous Administrative Council, within it comes the Autonomous District Council. And this Autonomous District Council, as the name itself is telling, that this Autonomous District Council, it is a council which will consist of people, and this will take autonomous decisions for that district. Then this Autonomous District Council has 30 members. It consists of 30 members, not more than 30 members, and the term is for 5 years. So 30 members, term is for 5 years, and not more than 4. Not more than 4 can be nominated by the governor, and around 26 are elected. So out of these 30 members, 26 are elected by the people and 4 are nominated by the governor. Then this Autonomous District Council, what it can do is, it can make laws, rules and regulations. And this is what makes them special, that they have the power to make their own laws, make their own rules and make their own regulation. And this is the point that why the people of Ladakh are also demanding the 6th schedule, because when the 6th schedule status would be given, then Autonomous District Council will be created within the autonomous administrative region, and that region will have the power to make their own laws, rules and regulations. But as of now, because Ladakh has become a union territory, so it is governed by the center. But the people living there want their own autonomous region. So they can make their own laws, rules and regulations on land, forest, water, agriculture, village council, health, sanitation, village and town level policing and etc. They also have the power to make laws on their own minerals, or you can say minor minerals, or minor tribal, or you can say minor forest produce. So these are the things on which they can make their own laws. Then 4 members are nominated by the governor and 26 are elected by the people. Then the laws take effect after being approved by the governor. So anything with regard to the autonomous district council, it is the governor who will take the final decision, and if the governor will not give his or her assent, then the laws will not come into effect. Then comes that the laws by the state legislature will not be applied in the tribal areas unless extended by the administrative district council. So if any region has the schedule, if any region comes under schedule 6, then the state laws and rules will not be applied to that part or that area, and what the rules that will be applied will be governed by the ADC, that is the administrative district council. And the administrative district council has the power to make laws, rules and regulations on majority of the things of that autonomous region. And this is what makes the 6th schedule very special and very rare, and that is why the people of Ladakh are protesting that Ladakh must be included within the 6th schedule, so that the tribal areas in the Ladakh can have the autonomous district council of their own, and they will have the say to make their own laws, rules and regulations of their place. Next comes the topic of 5th schedule. Now what is 5th schedule? Now 5th schedule is applicable to what are officially called scheduled areas. 6th schedule was tribal areas in the region of Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram, and 6th schedule is associated with scheduled area. So be very specific. 5th schedule is scheduled area, 6th schedule is tribal areas that are declared by the president, and it is the president who will declare any area to be scheduled area. And who has the power to declare tribal area? Governor. ADC, governor. Then guiding norms for declaring an area as a scheduled area. And in the 5th schedule also, the state cannot actually directly make rules on what they do to other places. They can also do in the 5th schedule and the 6th schedule. So when they have to make laws, that laws needs to be modified according to their needs or according to the needs of the people who are living in these areas. Then preponderance of tribal populations. Then what are the guiding norms for declaring an area as a scheduled area? So what are the features or the norms that a place need to have or an area needs to have this, so that that area can be regarded as a scheduled area? So that is preponderance of tribal population. So the area must have good number of tribal population living there. Then compactness of area. The area must not be very big in size. Then viable administrative unit like a district or a block, and economic backwardness. So economic prosperity is not very much in that area, and backwardness can be highlighted in that area. So these are few of the guidelines or the norms that are required to guide or to designate an area as scheduled area. Then as of now, at present 10 states have scheduled areas. So in India 10 states have scheduled areas. Then Tribes Advisory Council, TAC, that is Tribes Advisory Council. So TAC that are set up in these states, they consist of not more than 20 members. So Tribes Advisory Council, which is formed under the scheduled area, they have maximum 20 members in it. While on the other hand, the District Administrative Council or ADC, Administrative District Council, under 6th schedule had how many members? It had 30 members. But in TAC they have 20 members, and 3/4 shall be tribal MLAs from the state. So out of 20, 3/4 should be tribal MLAs from the state. Now these are few of the things that you need to remember, that what is the difference between 5th schedule and 6th schedule. First, fifth schedule is scheduled area, sixth schedule is tribal areas. Fifth schedule is areas are present under 10 states. Sixth schedule is Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. Then the Tribes Advisory Council under fifth schedule has 20 members, while the Administrative District Council has 30 members. And Administrative District Council, 4 are nominated, 26 are elected, while in the fifth schedule, that is TAC, that is the Tribes Advisory Council, 3/4 shall be tribal MLAs from the state. This was not the condition. This was not the condition in the sixth schedule. Then sixth schedule, autonomous district council is made, and in fifth schedule, tribal advisory council is made. So these are few of the differences between the fifth and the sixth schedule. Be very, very clear about this and do not mix both of them. Now, in the end, a prelims MCQ, and you people need to tell me the answer in the comment section. The question reads, who is empowered to organize and reorganize the autonomous districts? We have discussed this. So give me the answer. Governor, Prime Minister, President or Chief Minister? Give me the answer in the comment section, and that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading, keep writing and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.